All right, we're going to do a video tour today, Friday. I think it's April 4th. I've been doing some yard cleanup here. It's about 10 a.m., a little after. Looks like I got a load of wood chips. It's supposed to be nice this weekend, but it's just been so cold. Well, not cold, chilly, and so wet, just raining and raining and raining. And the last day or two, the first 2 days we haven't had any rain, but everything is soaked and soggy. But grass is growing. The two-tone is still two-tone. It's just too wet to get the lawnmower on it. It's just a lot of standing water. And my service road here is so squishy. I got all these big ruts from these trucks coming in here, the chip trucks. I don't know what else I can do with it. I just keep putting chips on it, but it keeps just pushing up mud. I don't think there's anything I can do until this just dries out. It's not draining good. I think when I regraded all this, when I cut all these trees out, and I brought a whole bunch of topsoil in here, and I used this area for the staging area for the topsoil to regrade the back 2 years ago, and then this last year. And I think I just packed down a bunch of clay, and maybe it didn't get the grade right, but holding a lot of water. But let's see what kind of chips we got today. I had this area all cleaned out 2 days ago. They know what I like, this tree company. They know I like cedar, birch, white looking stuff. Well, this is nice. It's not very leafy. Put my coffee down. Oh, I can't tell what it is by smelling it. Messing with this chip operation is a real lesson. And boy, an arborist stuff. There's so many different tree species that I didn't know existed, especially here in the Northwest. So not sure what they are, but they're nice looking chips. I don't know how well they'll wear. I have to talk to my neighbor Roger. He's pretty up on this stuff. I'll call him over later and say, hey Roger, what do you think these chips are? But I'm thinking birch. Kind of a sweet smell to it. Anyway, more work. It seems like no sooner I get this area cleaned up, boom, they dump another pile of chips on me. But I like it for ground cover. Oh, there's a big piece of something. Maybe this will telltale sign of what that tree was. But I need it for ground cover. I'd like it for ground cover. So my goal in cleaning up this property here the last couple of weeks, I have other stuff I need to be working on in the garage and whatnot, but I wanted to get this property cleaned up so that I had areas to stockpile these chips. So I might stockpile some over here. Before, this was all covered with branches and debris, and I just didn't have all this cleaned up, logs and firewood and all kinds of crap. So I got most of it cleaned up. And this is from the last pile. I've been stockpiling it. I don't like it against the fence, but I'm just thinking of where I could stockpile these chips for later use. So I think this area is going to be my stockpile. I'll move that ladder, the lattice. This is kind of the tent shed. And this area isn't really slated for anything. I wanted this whole open area to be kind of a social area, but it also is the service road to go over around the other side of the property to get to that garage back there. Let's see here. Some benches my friend made. The gate to the back alley for the kids to come through for the school bus. And I cleaned this out yesterday, the day before, as best I could. Still some rocks there that I put there, but it was full of branches and logs and debris. I got it just tidied up a little bit. And this area is what I have been working on. So this was just nasty area, just full of crap. And I just wanted to get some order to the firewood here. I'm swimming in firewood, so I'm starting to put it on pallets. And I just want to consolidate it. I got the pallets from next door, and just starting to stack some wood on it. It's going to have to dry out over the summer. It's way too wet for this year, but I might put some sort of a roof on this here, or I may just cover these pallets up with firewood and put tarps on it. I don't know yet. Let's see. Oh, this was my previous splitting area. Oh, it was a mess. And I cleaned all that out, scraped that out with a tractor, bunch of bark. I may clean that. Maybe I'll stockpile some chips in here. There's a leftover pile of sand that I bought. I was going to put that in the first lawn that was all mushy. But then I found out, no, you don't want to mix sand with clay because it'll get cement. So maybe I'll clean that out today. And this is the bulk of the wood pile. And I cleaned this area out and made this the new wood splitting area. This was a mess. This was just branches and big compost, and oh, it was just gross. So I leveled it out, and there were some tree stumps there that I pulled out and cut flush. Over here, there was another tree stump here preventing me from getting in here. So I cleaned this out, and I am pretty proud of this little area. It's a little cove where I can get in from all angles here with the tractor or the lawn tractor or the lawnmower with a little cart on the back, the wagon. But this is a perfect splitting area. All the debris will be there, and it's actually closest to the biggest pile of wood that I have, which is this thing in the center. The center of that thing is just chock full of these huge rounds. So all spring and summer I'm going to have to work on splitting that. The other area that I've been really working on is this back here. I hate having junk, but some of this is unavoidable. These are the tractor implements. But this area here was just kind of nasty too. So I'm setting this up to be a wood storage area, firewood storage area. More pallets from the neighbor's house. The guy's building a new house. He gets a lot of supply on pallets, flooring and decking and whatnot. So I got those pallets from him, and they're going to make for perfect firewood storage. So I did all this yesterday, split up and stacked up, and I'll either put some sort of a roof over here, like a little shed thing, or just cover it up. But that wood's too wet to use this year, so it's going to have to dry out this summer. Moving along, some wet spots here. So yeah, it's starting to come to shape here. I just hate junk and clutter. That was always my pet peeve about other people's properties, so I want to keep this as neat as possible. Over here, we're contemplating building a chicken coop. This area that's cordoned off with the yellow string, we're thinking of making chicken coop here. I have some chain link fence that I got from the neighbor over here, used stuff. And we're thinking about going all the way around these trees here and fencing this off with 2 layers of this chain link fence. So it'll be 8 foot tall, and build some kind of a nesting area for them in a roof or something. And we'll go around that side, and around there. And then I could push these cedar chips, been sitting there for 2 years, up into this natural habitat here that the neighbor says the chickens would love. Look at the size of this stump that was here before I bought this house. That was a Doug fir. It is huge. It is the biggest tree I think I've ever seen. Old growth Doug fir. Unbelievable. Might have to move some rocks. And let's see here. Grass is coming up okay. On the old stuff, there's some patches of creeping bent grass I'll have to pull out by hand. The new grass hasn't quite matched yet, but it's a little bit too early and too wet to put the fertilizer down yet. And I'll get that to green up. The only thing that's been liking the rain is these daffodils, the Valerie Planet. And they're very unique in that their little center bugles are kind of an orange, and the petals are yellow. They look kind of cool. I've never seen daffodils like that. I love daffodils. But look how dark orange those little cups are in the center. And then there's traditional ones, big ones, mama ones, and then little wee ones. Yeah, we went nuts with these. We bought them half price when they were toward the end of the season. And I took my post hole digger and just dug Valerie a bunch of holes and said, here, just have at it. And now those suckers are popping up everywhere. More of those dark orange ones. These I think were left over from last year. We didn't plant any here. When I regraded this last September, this front hole, the new grass here, was just this big mound, and oh, it was so crappy with these big hawthorn bushes and cedar trees, and boy, I pulled a lot of dirt out of here to level it off to get this grade to match with the other grass. And grade-wise, I think I did okay, but it was a lot of tractor work. And I was using this area as a staging area. And I was just running around here with a grader box on a tractor and just pulling all that dirt and crap and rocks and bushes right here. And I remember in the driveway, this huge pile of just debris. Dirt, rocks, branches, trees. And it took me quite a while to clean the driveway back up. And I think what happened is these were planted the year before. They were all up in here. And I think I just pulled them all out of here with the tractor. And when I graded this all off, they were left in the dirt, these bulbs were. And they came up. So that's cool. I'll tulip over there. And so I took some of the last load of chips, the white chips. They were very similar to what I got down there today. And I spread them all up around here. This is what we call critter country. I got to put the Christmas reindeer away. Well, we're going to get some more wood carvings up in here. There's one here already that Valerie gifted me from my birthday a couple of years ago. I like those things. So we're going to get more bears, and there's a place down the road a bit. The guy does wood carvings with a chainsaw. So that's how I'm going to get rid of these chips, and just lay this stuff on here really thick. That's all I can do with this area. Make it look like a big park, woods, forest, around the gates, and just start stockpiling that. This is eventually going to get a lean-to. I think I might make this a big woodshed as well. Put a big roof over it. I can run that all the way out to just about where the tree is. This driveway thing never really worked out when I regraded this property. That's back when there was an actual gate back there out to the road where I was going to have two driveways, but then we decided against that. So this road's not really used. It's just now a path that goes down to, this would be the southeast corner of the property. And an entertaining area. It's still a staging area for dirt. We had some fires and fire pits. And, I might make a fire pit out of it again. A small fire. Not one of these big 7-day fires I go nuts on. So I'm going to clean that up probably this weekend, get this dirt out of here, and fill this in with chips again. Maybe bring some gravel here, pull that picnic table back in, and then there's the hot tub. And yeah, this backyard is still pretty much a mess, but it's coming together, sort of. So we got the hot tub. I got some more chairs to put together, some tables. We want to really beautify this area here. It has a lot of potential. But last year, the winter was coming quick, so I had to do what I could do with the tractor. And I got this graded. I'm pretty happy with this, pretty proud of this. I got this grade right. This was just big moguls. You couldn't even walk. There were so many rocks and stuff, and oh, it was awful. So the deal is the septic tank is there and the drain fields are there, and they're saying, oh, you shouldn't drive the tractor over there. And I was fearing that for about 1.5 years. I said, you know what? Screw that. I'm putting the grader on. I'm grading this son of a gun. And if I screw up the drain field, I got a tractor with a backhoe. I'll dig it up and put a new one in. So I don't think it's going to bother it. I did get it located. They said the drain field's about 3 foot deep all the way down there. So not worried about that. Need to end the video here soon, but here's the latest plans. We're going to put let me set this coffee down on the hot tub here. An elevated deck. There's a master bedroom here. Master bathroom is over there. This is just kind of a hallway area to the bathroom. But the master bedroom bed is right here, basically right against that window over there, a little bit away from the window. And we put this sliding door in, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before. I had Luke, the neighbor, help me with this. Took out a 60-inch window, and Home Depot actually had a 60-inch sliding door made by Milgard, already pre-colored. I really, really like that door a lot. And it went in there really easy. We put some steps down. So the next idea is building a balcony up here. So it's going to be a 15-foot balcony by 7 feet out, I think. And steps are going to come down here to a mid-landing, right about here. So there'll be a mid-landing here. Steps will come down into the mid-landing. And then mid-landing is going to have steps to go right down in front of this door here. Boom. Here, it'll hit the mid-level, and then up here for the 15-foot deck. And the idea there is that I'm going to be building a big deck that'll go from the corner of the heat pump all the way over to that corner. And so this is officially my backyard. This will be kind of a entertaining area, social area for cookouts and just hanging out on the deck. I got to watch the finances, but I got the permit approved for this, and I have to start building. So I need to start making footers for the cement for the post that are going to hold this thing up. So my neighbor Luke is pretty much going to build it for me or help me. He's the one that built this tractor shed for me. He does that kind of work, and he's really close, and he works really cheap, I think. So that's the other big project I need to be working on. So there you got it. I guess spring is coming. Oh yeah, more of these flowers that Valerie planted. Now these are white ones, white daffodils. And then there's these little weed. Oh, these are miniature daffodils. Kind of like these little guys. So anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, mole traps here. I got a lot of cleanup here. Like I said, clean this dirt up. I need to go shuffle some chips around, and then I really need to start working on the inside of the garage. So 16 minutes. Thanks for watching.